Welcome to day 7 of the 28-day photo challenge. Today we're doing a silhouette photo. Now this is actually one of the easiest concepts that you can do simply by adjusting your shutter speed. It's a single adjustment and you only need a single light source. So this is actually one of the easiest ways to start getting into more creative photography, because we're going to be expressing like the shape of something through only the silhouette. So there's not really much to explain about this, so we can just jump right into it. So the sunset has just started, so it's still going to get darker before it gets more orange. But because there's still so much light in the background, what I'm going to do is step this down a lot using manual settings, so that way I can make the trees as dark as possible to have a perfect black silhouette of them with the sky still illuminated in the background. So now for this, we can just take a picture. And, well, it's fairly accidental that it just kind of worked out, but let's adjust some of these settings here. So right now on the exposure meter, it's saying that I'm a little bit underexposed. So what I want to do, make sure I'm on manual settings. The ISO I want as low as it can go, and the shutter speed I'm going to raise up a lot. So I'm going to go to about 2/100th of a second. So that way I can get that exposure meter almost down to 3 steps. I'm going to make sure that these trees right here are my leading edges in the photos, and that about 1/3 of the photo is in the lower rule of thirds. And we can just take the picture. There we are. So that's looking a lot better, because now the trees are perfectly black all the way across. And that's essentially how you want to take a silhouette, by making sure your light source is more than whatever you're taking a picture of, so that way it's significantly further behind. Now our eyes will naturally adjust to the light, so catching a silhouette in real life is a little bit harder than on a camera, because we can adjust the exposure settings to underexpose, where our eyes naturally expose to the best that they can for us. So this adds an element to something that you wouldn't normally see in real life, which will drastically increase the detail around an object itself. Now another really good example of this is that TikTok trend with the ring lights, because they're literally using a single light source in the back to create a silhouette. That's a perfect example of, well, I mean, not really a perfect example, it's still social media and just kind of online trends, but it's a perfect example of how some of these things can be implemented into other things. So now it's getting dark and there's bears out here. Hopefully you found something useful in this video. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, that's cool. Or, you know, don't do any of it. I'm not telling you what to do.